Hi everyone. When we talk about career, there are two people involved. The career that is offered by the management. The second aspect is the career which is built by the concerned people. It's a common interest. Unless and until an organization gives a good career, they will not be able to attract good human capital. What's this word? Human capital. Similarly, an executive or a teacher or a principal or manager in whatever organization you could be. You could be in educational institution, you could be in a hospital, you could be in an engineering company or a software company. You should build your career. Repeatedly I have said there is a big difference between a job and a career. A job is offered by an organization to a person. Maybe that is the first job. You have completed your engineering or you have completed your management course or you have completed your B.Ed or your medicine. You choose an organization which can offer you a career. Similarly, once an organization has taken an executive, it should give a good career path. That's why I call it as human capital. See, when do investors give their capital to a company? When a service will be good, when a product will be good, when the human capital is as effectively deployed as money capital. So you have the resources, money, machinery, technology. You have the human capital. That's also one of the resources. And only then you will be able to produce an outcome to attract fresh investment. Investment, I said, it's not only money and technology. Investment is also in terms of human resources. So an organization should have a very healthy HR policy. There are three things an organization should do: retain, maintain, sustain human capital. The same thing applies to an executive or a teacher or a principal or a doctor or an engineer. You should retain, maintain, sustain his competitive edge compared to his other colleagues. I see a quotation of Richard Branson. Train people well so they can leave, but treat them so well enough that they don't want to leave. That is what is called retention. Retaining, maintaining, sustaining. In this, the ability to attract good talent is very, very important. Long ago, I saw a management film, GMP, Great Management Principle. The principle that is discussed in that film is, if you give peanuts, you will get monkeys. It looks very hard, very rude. Isn't it true? So the HR policy should ensure that the human capital is attracted. In as much as the management is responsible to attract finance capital. In this, there is a dual responsibility. Responsibility with the employees and responsibility with the management. Make a note of these couple of words I am going to explain just now. Transferability, replacement cost. Transferability and replacement cost. Let me explain this from the employee's point of view. Some executives come to me for counseling. They say, sir, my salary is not good. My promotion is not there. I feel dejected, no recognition. Now, transferability is if my services are transferred to another organization, another college, another school, another software company, will I get more salary or less salary? As simple as that. Let's say that I am drawing a salary of 40,000 rupees per month. If I apply for a job elsewhere, will I get at least 500 rupees less than what I am already getting? This is transferability. Similarly, the management also should think, if this man resigns and applies for a job elsewhere, what is his market value? The market value is very, very important. I used to say in my time management seminars, if you have the guts, resign and see what happens. If you resign and the management relieves you retrospectively, which means what? You are a liability. You are not an asset. Tell me which intelligent employer will let go a value adding employee? So, transferability. The second word is replacement cost. Supposing I replace an employee by another person. Supposing you resign and go away or you retire, and the management has to give another person. A HR department should bring in another person, replacement. Instead of that person, this person. What is the cost of replacement? Supposing my salary is 50,000 rupees, I am working as an officer or a teacher or a professor. My replacement is going to cost more than what I am already drawing. The management will not leave you to go. Sometimes the replacement cost will be cheaper. In fact, it is more so among the lower categories of employees. Supposing there is a driver. He joins on a salary of, let's say, 10,000 rupees per month. And years go by, there is increment, DNS allowance, cost of living index, in between one or two increments. In about 20 years, 25 years, the same person who joined on a salary of 10,000 will be drawing, let's say, 40,000 rupees. And today, the replacement cost of a driver could be much less than 40,000 rupees. Of course, it depends on the industry, it depends on the city. Normally. So, this driver will not get a job because if he resigns, he knows the company can get two drivers in one person's salary. So, replacement cost is very, very important from the executive point of view, employee point of view, as well as from the employer's point of view. So, what do I do? The answer is very simple. Make yourself more and more valuable. Add value to yourself. Value addition is very, very important. In my time management seminars, I used to show this triangle: talent, platform, knowledge, skill, focus, behavior, attitude and passion. This salary is given not to a person but to the talent. If you have a rarest of the rarest talent, you will have more value, you will be able to contribute, which means you are assessed not by the years of service but the contribution you make. The employees should also understand a lot of changes are taking place in the employment market. So, you should improve your employability quotient. Make a note of this word, employability. Employability is employability. I throw this challenge to many of the participants in my time management seminars. If you have the guts, resign and see what happens. if you cannot get a job more than what you are already getting, or if you are getting a salary much less than your present drawing, that means you are not adding value to the organization. So what can we do? Go for a talent which will be valid for the next 5 years. And in the platform in which you are in, you should be the rarest of the commodity, human resources commodity. How? By enriching your knowledge, by enriching your skill, multi-skilling, by focusing on the industry in which you are there and doing such behavior and activity which will make you even more valuable. Today, more and more jobs are becoming redundant. All of you may be knowing Google's driverless cars. It's a reality. There could be a car without a driver. It's not going to be too far when the roads will be having driverless cars. Machine learning. Already there are restaurants where the serving is done by robots. Telephone operators are already replaced by machines. Stenographers are not required. Typists are not required anymore. Right? So my dear executives, my dear teachers, professors, doctors, engineers, this question is very, very important. Career is very, very important. That's why I run a series of episodes on career building. So make yourself more valuable and you can demand your salary, because the management also knows the GMP, great management principle. If you give peanuts, you will get monkeys. At the same time, I am not suggesting you should become arrogant. You become your own personal manager. You become your own HR manager. You identify your own gaps in your abilities. You plan your own career. Ask yourself in 5 years from now, what am I going to be? What are the changes that are going to come? You go back to my time management seminars episode. There I have discussed this in detail. I conclude this episode by saying, human resources management is the common responsibility of self and the organization. Until and unless you invest on human resources development, the product and service will not be saleable. I hope you have understood this point. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and press the bell button so that you get our recent updates. If you got any comments, please post in the comments box. All the best. See you in my next episode.